The football history of Catholic Central is among the premier programs in all the state. The Shamrocks eye a 10th state championship, while Catholic Central busted their way to Ford Field. Cass Tech was able to walk their way just a few city blocks. The Technicians, new to this party, but worthy of the invitation. The Division I football crown hangs in the balance at Ford Field between the Shamrocks and the Technicians, but only here on Fox Sports Detroit. Look who's back. Yes, he's in the booth. He's up from the field. My partner, Rob Rubick. Shannon Hogan we'll hear from a little bit later on. And in Division 7, we saw a track meet, a ton of points. Rubes, we might see just the opposite here. This could be a tug of war.
Not going to happen here, Chef. I'm telling you right now, points are going to be at a premium. Some people question whether Cass Tech should be here. You asked Detroit De La Salle, Utica Eisenhower if they should be here. Yeah. A combined 3 points they allowed in the quarters and the semi. This is a swarming, physical, intense defense that covers sideline to sideline. This team is tough to find any type of running room on because they pursue so well. The secondary can come up and play as well. One of the outstanding defenses we have seen in a while. And I tell you what, Catholic Central's offense will be tested here today.
Thomas Wilcher, the head coach of the Technicians, told us, listen, the reason we're so successful defensively, we get those white knuckles into the dirt and we never give in. Now, they will be tested because the Shamrocks have a really good running game and
Kyle Cooper, the quarterback, can throw it as well.
Yeah, but the equivalent defensively, too,
yeah,
right?
But this is a defense. We talked already about Cass Tech. You look at this Catholic Central defense, very similar, very physical up front. They're big defensive linemen who also can move very well up and down the line of scrimmage. You look at Wiska and Godin and Vajakevich and Rooney up top. These guys get at it, Matt. They do not allow you any space either. You don't get any time to breathe. They got a good secondary, will come up. They're going to bring a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and J. Rue Campbell will feel that pressure here today, and it's up to this freshman to come up big.
Yeah, the Shamrocks force a lot of turnovers, so look for these two teams to do that tug of war in the middle. It will be whoever gets lower, whoever wins the battle of the trenches, that's who's going to wear the Division I crown. They're primed and ready to go at Ford Field, and so are we. Stay with us. Division I kicks off next. The MHSAA football finals are brought to you by Art Van Furniture. Everything you need for your home under one roof. Art Van is simply the best. By the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. 1-800-CALL-SAM. And by Taco Bell. Satisfy your late night cravings at Taco Bell. You ready for the big fellas? I hope so. It's Division I. Catholic Central, Detroit Cass Tech. One, a boatload of experience. The other, not so much, but it really doesn't matter. In this type of atmosphere, when these two teams get this type of energy in this building, you can feel it. Shannon Hogan is the third member of our broadcast team. You can feel it down there, can't you, Shannon?
Absolutely can feel it. I actually almost just got swarmed by the CC band down here. I did talk to both sides, both Cass Tech and CC, and I said, what makes this program special? Both teams had the exact same answer. They said brotherhood. They are so close, and they all have one mission today. Both teams want to win a state championship. I'll send it back to you, Matt.
Yeah, it's been an exciting weekend so far. How much does it matter, Rob Rubick, that Tom Mack has been there before and other players have been there before and Cass Tech has not?
You know, Thomas Wilcher, first time getting to the state finals and coaching at Cass Tech a few years. It does matter. It matters, I think, initially in the game more so than as the game winds on, Chip, for the fact that how do you handle the emotion, the stage you're on. And if Cass Tech can kind of weather the storm early on, let that defense show its character and start taking over this game, I think Cass Tech will be just fine.
3 times Thomas Wilcher has won the Detroit PSL. Catholic Central, we saw Tom Mack's numbers, 9-time state champion, 3 times a runner-up. Not many programs. Harrison, you know.
Yep. You got
Traverse
Brother
City,
Rice, St. Francis, Mendon, some of the top programs in the state.
But not many better than Catholic Central. East Grand Rapids, for sure. We're underway. The Division I state championship with a squid kick. And it is fielded on a hop. Terry Richardson. Dead end at the 25. A 15-yard return. The Shamrocks with good coverage. And now we will get a look at our first glimpse of the Cass Tech offense. Because Catholic Central did win the coin flip and deferred to the second half. J. Rue Campbell is the quarterback. Poised, just for a freshman. Really poised. Tough kid. And is football smart.
And it's a work in process. I mean, he's a guy that has gotten better each and every game during the course of the season, which is perfect when you get to the state finals.
He'll operate out of the gun as he brings Richardson in motion from the slot. And he will throw on first down. Across the middle, and it's caught at the 30-yard line. Ruben Lyle hauled that pass in, and he's wrapped up by Aaron Hess. Offensive line is a good one. Daryl Goldsmith is the leader of the Cass Tech offensive line, but here's who they'll be throwing to. Lyle, Jackson, Jenkins Stone, the tailback. And then there's that big, beefy offensive line led by Daryl Goldsmith. He plays at the left guard position. Second down and 5 for the technicians. Campbell to throw. Looking, throwing, nearly picked off, but a nice grab. Hauled in there by Lewis Jordan for a first down. Oh, he can sling it, can he?
That's amazing. That's a freshman. That's a 14, 15-year-old young man stepping into the throw. No fear in the pocket. Just over the outstretched arms of Mike Schultz, the linebacker. And pulled in very neatly by Lewis Jordan. Unbelievable start. Cass Tech and Thomas Wilcher have got to be excited right now. 2 plays, 2 pass completions. You get your young quarterback's feet wet a little bit. Now the confidence will build. Let's see what the running game has. I got to believe. I know Thomas Wilcher says we throw. He says we like to throw way more than we like to run.
When most freshmen would have butterflies, Campbell sure doesn't seem like he has any. Trips to the right, and that's an incomplete pass. He intended that one for Terry Richardson. Let's look at the Shamrock defense. Their front 4 averages 2.5 or 6'2.5", 241 pounds. Matt Godin, a 3-year varsity player. The linebackers led by Anthony D'Arcangelo, a 2-year, 2-wave starter. And Aaron Hess is a co-captain. He and David Racy each have 3 picks. Second down and 10 for J. Rue Campbell and the technicians. Nothing but throwing early on. And incomplete off the left paw of Terry Richardson.
Well, J. Rue Campbell, he shows he is more than ready for this game to meet the challenge. Look at the confidence. A little pump fake, steps into the throw, just overthrows Terry Richardson by a little bit across the middle. But I don't see any fear in this young man's eyes now. I see a lot of hair. Makes me a little jealous up here. Looks like he should be playing on the island where you just came from Hawaii.
I don't think that kind of style would look very good on you. No offense. 4 wide receivers set. Trips to the right for Campbell. Pressure comes. He delivers, and it's batted down and incomplete. Surprised that they're airing it out so much early on?
Oh, no, not at all. You know, I had a chance to talk to Thomas Wilcher during the course of the week, and I said, throw run percentage of each. He says, we don't like to run, but we like to pass a lot. He says we definitely prefer to pass. Coming up, it's going to soften up that defense. Obviously, he'll come back to the running game some as this goes on, but right now he's just coming out, letting his young quarterback get used to the speed of the game.
Well, he looks at ease, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he also looks very tall. See, this is a young man, and that's a big advantage at quarterback, as you know, Matt. Having that height, you can see over that offensive line.
Kenneth Snap punts it away to Zach Bach, who fair catches it at the 24-yard line. We'll get our first look at the Catholic Central offense. You want a tall drink of water, stare at number 18 in blue, Kyle Cooper. 6'7", 215 pounds, and he can hoop it up. I mean, he's getting D1 looks to play the game on the hard floor. Good decision maker. And if he ran a different offense, Tom Mack told us both earlier this week, listen, if we ran spread, he'd be putting up gaudy numbers. There'd be a lot more schools looking at him for that position.
Yeah, but Tom Mack, he's been running this type of power offense for 35 years. He's not going to change now because of one player. He knows what he knows, and he does it well.
When you have 322 wins, why would you? It's a philosophy, and David Houle gets the first carry. Houle did not lead this team in yards on the ground, but they have a very nice balance. Houle, Anthony Darkangelo actually led the team in rushing, and you'll see Wyatt Shallman every once in a while as well. Matt Donath led this team in receiving touchdowns. The offensive line averages 6'3½", 248 pounds. Tom Mack says, you know what? These guys set the tempo for us. Matt Godin on the team when they won a championship in 2009, looking for a second ring. He's the left tackle and protects the blind side of his quarterback. Second and long, on the ground again. Houle gouging his way past the 30 to the 32. They got big horses, don't they?
They do in the running game. They also run a lot of leads and a lot of ISOs where the first back is going to lead through the hole. And you're going to see on this play who's going to ball, but they pull the tight end. They bring Donath in motion. It's kind of a wham play. Now, they didn't actually trap the nose, but they still bring the tight end in motion, use him as an extra blocker.
We talk about the size. Houle, number 36 in blue, is 2.25. The other running backs are 200 and 260 respectively. This is 3rd and 3 for the Shamrocks. Hard count by Cooper. They'll run it. And Houle spun backwards. Oh, that was Zach Brock. He was a wide receiver brought in as a 3-man backfield.
We're going to pull Mark Becker, the left guard. Number 65 is going to come up through the hole, try to flush it out. Pretty good job by the Cass Tech defense. You know, getting a hold of Bach and slinging them back. It's going to bring up a 4th down and short. And Tom Mack's a little bit old school. He's a field position guy. And he realizes, Matt, as we talked our open, this is going to be a tug of war. It's going to be a game of field position. This is your chance to establish it in the kicking game.
Alex Kozlowski has a good leg. Richardson returns it from the 35. Let's see how both these clubs made their way to Ford Field. A flag on the play. Rockford is always difficult to beat, and yet CC used overtime to get it done, as is Utica Eisenhower. Detroit Cass Tech, so impressive, especially as my partner pointed out defensively. They haven't given up double-digit points since the second to last week of the regular season. And they beat Eisenhower 6-3.
10 yards, first down.
So the penalty against the Technicians. They take over after being able to move the football a little bit through the air. Thomas Wilcher's club will get its 2nd possession of the day.
Well, we talked about this being a tug of war, how yards are so precious. You can ill afford to get a penalty on special teams. Cass Tech starting out by their 40, now backed up inside their 30-yard line. J. Rue Campbell will be called on once again to try to get things stirred up for this offense. Yet to see Cass Tech run the football. All passing attempts so far.
Campbell has done nothing but throw the football so far. Their first run of the day. A little bit of a scene there. Dion Drake, the ball carrier.
15, Dion Drake is the ball carrier. Brought down by
Matt Godin in on the tackle. Godin 6'5", 270, Rubes. That's a big senior.
Well, that's a college body in a high school uniform right there. That's a man.
Well, he'll be playing in the Big Ten next year at the University of Michigan.
Who's that? Wasn't Mike Martin? Wasn't he a CC grad?
He was.
He's had an outstanding career at U of M.
Absolutely. And an All-American wrestler at Catholic Central. Campbell will throw a quick curl route, almost intercepted. Boy, they get those big paws up front. Dylan Roney got a hand on it and almost caused the turnover.
Well, when you're bringing pressure, when you lose forward progress, you can't get any push on that offensive lineman. You get a stalemate. Then what you do, Matt, as a defensive end, you want to stop, read the quarterback, and then get your hands up into the passing lanes. That's what Roney did on that last play. Ends up becoming as an incomplete pass, setting up a 3rd down and long. Early big play for the technicians, because if not, you're going to give CC good field position.
Campbell 0 for his last 4. Looks left, delivers right on a slip screen. Wide open! Look out, he's got some room! Ruben Lyle, close to midfield. They'll drag him down at the 45, a +15 on the play.
Well, you want to see a well-designed football field. Everyone's going to be over here. You see the trips. They're going to flush it out here. The motion of the line is going to go left, and they're going to leak the back out to the right. Let's watch it. Let it go out of the backfield. The throwback slip screen gets up the field. Does a nice job. If you could pick up one more block, if Lyle picks up one more block here, it's really a big play for the technicians. He shows a little more patience. Thomas Wilcher, nice call.
Second first down of the day for the technicians. Campbell in an inside give. This is Jenkins Stone. Pass midfield into CC territory. Boy.
For a team that doesn't run the football very well, Matt, now all of a sudden when you're coming out throwing, those defensive linemen get in their mind that, hey, we got to get up the field. We got to get a pass rush, and then you're able to run underneath it. Look at Jarrell Carter.
Carter did a nice job on that last play, pulling and getting out in front on that slip screen. It's an underrated part of the offensive line. The athleticism they need.
You know, we see that here at Ford Field with Dominic Raiola each and every week at center for the Lions. Very underrated, I think, because of his athleticism getting outside.
2nd and 4. Nice pocket. Campbell throws a frozen rope, and it's complete to Lewis Jordan. And they're starting to pick apart the Shamrock defense.
Well, Campbell showing comfort in the pocket. Nice job at the offensive end. Look at the time. He's able to allow Jordan to clear the linebackers, get to the next hole. Right here, clear the linebacker, get in behind it, slow down, give your quarterback a target. And that's what Lewis Jordan did that time. And right now, Cass Tech looking pretty efficient offensively.
He's getting a lot of time, too. And a nice pocket for him. It's 1st and 10 again for the technicians at the CC 32. Jenkins Stone. Breaking free! Touchdown! Cass Tech!
This is going to be the zone read inside to give it. Look at how well blocked it is. And a big man, Royce Jenkins Stone, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage and shows some speed getting vertical. Coming in, Thomas Wilcher, the head coach of Cass Tech, pleading poverty. They don't have a chance. We're just lucky to be here. He comes on. So far, this offense has looked more than capable of getting the job done.
Tough to play catch up against this Cass Tech defense. Kenneth snap on for the extra point, and it is no good. It hit the left upright, but it's not going to spoil what Royce Jenkins Stone did moments ago. 32 yards to give the technicians the first lead of the afternoon. Well, an impressive touchdown drive engineered by the technicians on their 2nd possession of the afternoon. They lead it 6-0. Ironic that they really like to move the ball through the air, and yet it was Royce Jenkins Stone scoring the touchdown on the ground.
Well, when you can do that, when you come out throwing the ball around, Shep, you soften up the secondary as well as the linebackers. And the offensive line, as we showed on a couple of highlights, really nice job creating some scenes. You got a 250-pound running back with good speed like Stone has. Create a lot of issues for a defense.
John Malone and Zach Bach are back deep for the Shamrocks. Snap with a right foot into it. Good kick. Malone stumbles. Is drilled at the 20-yard line. What a pop delivered there by Deion Drake. Welcome in Shannon Hogan. Shannon?
Well, you guys just saw what Royce Jenkins Stone can do there, just powering his way into the end zone. But he's also Cass Tech's captain and one of the biggest leaders on the team. I was talking with Coach before the game. He said that's the guy that shows up early and stays late and wants to know what he can do to make the team better. Another great leader on the team, Terry Richardson, also going to be another D1 athlete next year, always staying extra to do whatever he can to help this program. Guys.
Catholic Central now looking for an equalizer. On the ground, Houle. Nice hole. Bowling his way out to the 30-yard line. It's like a bowling ball.
This is just power football. You see Catholic Central coming out in a straight T, Matt. Now they're doing is giving it to the off tailback, and the other two backs could lead right up through the hole. And he just gets on the hip, follows him through, uses that power that he possesses. And this isn't off. They don't try to trick anyone. That's what, talking to Thomas Wilcher, the coach of Cats Tech, and I said, what fears you? What are you afraid of? He says, discipline. He said, all they do is the same thing. They don't try to fool you. They just hit you in the face.
Anthony D'Arcangelo with the first down of the day for CC.
We're going to look right here. This is what this team is built on. Tom Mack, they built an offense that he's kept simple over the years, and he relies on big, strong backs, physical offensive linemen who are athletic as well. Doesn't try to fool you, Matt. He just lines up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to run 3 or 4 different plays, but we're going to run them extremely well. You have to stop them.
Not afraid of the contact either. They don't mind it. As a matter of fact, they welcome it. Cooper turns and gives. Poole again, breaking free, running over men into the Castex territory. Oh, I love the way he squares his shoulders. Remind you of Corey Schlesinger a little bit.
I like it. You gotta like it. Formerly known as the Ram Man for the Lions. We're gonna stop this. They're gonna motion the tight end and then allow it to running back to get 2. Okay, let it go 2 through the hole. Lead blockers, turns inside. You look at that situation, that's blocked so on the point of attack. Zach Bach, number 16, can't even find anyone to hit. He's got to keep working up the field, but what a lead block. Matt Donna doing a nice job from the tight end position as a former tight end. I can appreciate that. Keeping his feet with him. Nice job by CC.
Poole so far doing a nice job. Averaging better than 8 yards per touch. They'll get another one. No, Cooper's going to throw. Pressure comes. Fumble! And Bach covers it up.
Well, Cass Tech's going to take a shot here. I'd rather Catholic Central. Same motion, same look, except they're going to go play action. But Kyle Cooper, as he tries to elude it, pressure, a hand, Lewis Plamer gets in, knocks the ball loose. Lucky for Catholic Central, they're able to fall on it. But now this is a situation that Cass Tech relishes. You got a big, athletic defensive front. Now, you say, pin your ears back, fellas. Go and get them. And now you got Gibbs and Goldsmith and Plamer and White. Watch these fellas get after Cooper.
Loss of 11 on the play. 2nd down and 21. This is an end around and a nice block to lead the way for Zach Bach, who rushed for over 340 yards during the season.
A little misdirection, going to the left. We run a lot of leads, a lot of ISOs to the left side, follow the line. That time they get it back to Bach on the little reverse. Able to pick up about 6-7 yards. Such a little bit more manageable, but I've watched this Cass Tech team during the course of the year. A lot of highlights on them. This secondary, Will breaking the ball. Talking to Coach Wilcher, who do you want to watch? He said, well, 10, 11, and 12. He said, that's Hill, Lyle, and Jenkins Stone. So you'll keep an eye on these guys. They might look like they're beat at times. Great recovery speed. They break on the ball well.
Cooper can throw, though. He's thrown for almost 1,000 yards. Dumps it underneath. Nice catch by Bach. He's got the first down and more. And out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Well, they flush things out. Bach is going to be sit on the left side. He's going to run a little drag across the field. Let it go. They're going to get him free. Oh, rather, came from the tight end spot. My fault. My bad, Shep. He came from the tight end. I lost sight of him. But what they did was they run everyone out through the middle, cross him underneath. Good speed. Getting down the sideline, and we saw Cass Tech convert on a big play. Catholic Central's done well.
Good hands, too. That came out hot out of Cooper's right hand. 1st and 10 for the Shamrocks. Poole again, hurdling his way to the 2nd and 3rd level and inside the 20. Hey, you got to like the way this kid runs, huh? He is strong.
Well, we saw him complete the pass to Bach on the last play on the play action, and now Houle, when he feels the pressure coming, as you said, he lowers his shoulder. He gets every yard that's there. He's not going to make you miss, but he's going to make you hurt. He brings it.
Tom Mack described him as a tough, hard-nosed kid who gets the short yardage. I would beg to differ. He just picked up 11. Can you say Mike Allstott? Under 3 minutes to go in the first. Bach looking for the corner. Barely got that edge. LaRon Taylor nudged him from behind to drop him after a gain of maybe one.
Taylor makes the play, but watch Ruben Lau, number 12, is going to come into your picture. He turns it in, takes it out with his inside shoulder, forces Bach to cut it up inside, and allows the defense, his buddies, to make the play. That's a nice play by Ruben Lau. As you look at Ruben, good size also. 6'2", 280-pound junior. That side-to-side speed, boy, it's tough to deal with, but CC's had most of the success so far, Shep, between the tackles. 9th play of the drive for the Shamrocks, who are trying to counterpunch the technician scoring drive. Again, Bach, this time cut it up inside. Actually, it's Anthony D'Arcangelo who carried the ball there. CC, they're coming at you. They also do a little bit of misdirection. Fake the reverse, going to the left, counter underneath, coming back to the weak side. Cass Tech did a nice job staying home. You see Royce Jenkins-Stone, number 10, finishing the play off. But you gotta like it. Anthony D'Arcangelo did a good job of just getting what's there. Too many times people try to make every play a touchdown. Running back's going to score on every play. Every play's not a touchdown. You just get what's there, and that's what D'Arcangelo did. Here they just need a first down. D'Arcangelo again, strung out. Down he goes at the 21. Oh, what pursuit. LaRon Taylor, the first one to hit him. And that was cleaned up by Deion Drake. Yeah, but check a little, Ronnie Urquhart. He's going to do a good job, number 6, right here. Let's keep an eye on him. He's going to get up into the play, make it bubble, take on 2 blockers, and allow his fellow teammates come in to make the play. That's, Urquhart, that's what you look for. That type of anticipation, reading the play. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Get up into it, break it down before it can get going. Looks like Catholic Central will attempt a field goal. The long snapper is Chris Stussy. Brendan McClory will hold for Alex Kozlowski. Kozlowski with a good leg. A 41-yard attempt, or a 36-yard attempt, and it's no good. It's wide left. Had the distance, didn't have the direction, and Cass Tech's defense holds. Well, I think Catholic Central may want to reevaluate offensively. The success they had, Matt, I really believe, is running from tight end to tight end or tackle to tackle. When they try to go wide in the last few plays, the speed of this Cass Tech defense really rose to the forefront. You're just not going to get outside on them, I don't think. I think you got to keep pounding them inside. Now this Cass Tech offense takes over, and they've been fun to watch. Even when they didn't put a scoring drive together on their first possession, they did move the football. J. Campbell out of the gun. 4 wide receiver set as he brings Richardson in motion and gives it to him. Richardson to the edge and hurdles his way to the 25. Garrett Wiska making the tackle.
Garrett Wiska, 32, 89, Dylan Roney, Southport Catholic Central.
Should do it for the first quarter. A little different from our first game, as an injured Cass Tech offensive lineman is holding his left knee. (6-0) Cass Tech. We'll be back after a brief timeout. All right, always a good sign when a young man is able to get up under his own power, but unfortunately for Cass Tech, wobbling his way to the sideline, and that's a turned ankle. Watch this, top of the screen there. Big number 63. Buckles on him a little bit. That's a big body. It is a big body. It will be a missed body up front. It will test Cass Tech's depth on the offensive line. The technicians with a 6-0 lead stare at a 2nd down and 5 as we begin the second quarter at Ford Field. The Division I championship on the line. The technicians walking here, the Shamrocks bussing here, and both teams displaying solid defense early on Fox Sports Detroit. sometimes all it's needed is an opportunity, and now an opportunity opens up for a backup offensive lineman for Thomas Wilcher's club because of the injury at the end of the first quarter. We begin the second with Cass Tech leading 6-0. J-Ru Campbell has been dynamite so far. Freshman quarterback with an inside give. Jenkins Stone to the 30-yard line. It'll be an important spot to see whether or not they move the chains. Even if he's short, it'll be third down and short.
Get a little full block inside. The offensive lineman pulling up through the hole, doing a good job. Left guard Daryl Goldsmith. And that's just power football. They've shown they can spread it out. The spread game. Also nice little inside power football by Cass Tech, showing the versatility of this offense.
Enough for a first down. You know, it's not easy for a freshman to come into a varsity squad and assume the leadership as the officials take a timeout for some equipment. It's not easy for a freshman to assume that leadership and others follow him.
Well, if you have some success, you do some positive things as a quarterback, people will jump on the bandwagon quickly, and that's exactly what J-Ru Campbell has done this season. Talking to Thomas Wilcher, surprised me. I said, who are your leaders on offense? He said, well, offensive guard Daryl Goldsmith, and he said, my quarterback, J-Ru Campbell. And for a freshman, that just shows you that you can lead by example. You don't have to be the vocal one.
He also became a equipment repair guy real quick, too, on the field. Loves to throw the football. You can understand why. He's got a nice arm. Stands tall in the pocket. Doesn't get flustered. And he has a 4 wide receiver set as he brings Richardson in motion and will throw. Looking right, throwing, delivering an incomplete. Should have been caught by Ruben Lyle.
Still catchable ball by Ruben Lyle. J-Ru Campbell put it where it should be. He just didn't come up with the play.
Boy, CC can't get any pressure, can they?
Well, no, and Cass Tech's doing a good job, and especially the quarterback Campbell, obviously getting the ball out on rhythm, not hanging on to it too long. And in the first drive in the first quarter, Matt, even when he stayed back in the pocket a long time, you're right, Catholic Central not getting a lot of pressure. The one batted ball, but that was about it.
Second down and 10 now for Cass Tech, who leads 6-0 on a rushing touchdown from Royce Jenkins Stone. Campbell to throw again. All kinds of time. Across the middle, and it's caught at the 50-yard line. Terry Richardson hauled it in. Moved the chains again. A +19 for the technicians.
Well, they're going twins each way. We're going to pause this right at the beginning. This is just a deep crossing route. You're going to come right out of the slot. Just get in front of the safeties. Terry Richardson, drive it, and then break inside. And J-Ru Campbell, nice job of throwing it to the open area, anticipating. Too many young quarterbacks at the high school level wait till the guy's open. You have to throw it where he is going. If you wait till he's open, that gives the defense time to break. That time, J-Ru Campbell anticipated, made a nice throw.
Looking for more as well, this time on the ground. Deion Drake. +3 or so.
Well, as a receiver, Matt, you always have to push the route. You see number 9, Terry Richardson, works it outside. That allows a hole in the middle to open up a little bit more. And it's actually pretty good coverage when you look at it. David Racy comes up, breaks on the ball from the safety position. That's a well-executed pass play.
I like the catch of Richardson. He caught it with his hands, didn't let it come into his body. 2nd and 6 now. To the air, and for it all, and he's got a man, and it's caught inside the 10. Oh, did he get the end zone or no? Touchdown, Ruben Lyle. That's a playmaker right there.
Well, it is. And what they did, Matt, they go motion. Take a pause right here. They're going to motion, so they get trips this way, and they isolate on the backside. Let it go. It's going to be man-to-man. You see 3 receivers. They have man-to-man on the weak side. I think that's Trent Wismer, number 21. He's just a little bit low, and what a great call by the official as Lyle stretches the ball out
to the chalk line and gets in. I know there's no chalk anymore in the indoor stadiums, but nice job. And what a throw.
What an effort,
That's a freshman quarterback, you know, hooking up with a junior wide receiver for a big touchdown.
Now they'll go for the two-point conversion. Campbell to throw. 2 more. Lewis Jordan completes the two-point conversion. And in the last 2 possessions, the Technicians have a touchdown run and a big touchdown pitch and catch to lead 14-0 at Ford Field. Ruben Lyle is in that midst of happy Cass Tech Technicians. Just hauled in a 46-yard bomb from J-Rue Campbell. And after driving 80 yards, the Technicians have looked very impressive, very comfortable, and lead at 14-0. Snap, punches it, fielded from the 10. Bach found an opening and pushed his way to the 46-yard line or so.
Well, J-Rue Campbell, the freshman quarterback, on the scoring drive. A lot of poise in the pocket. He's able to get Terry Richardson coming across, and you have to like how Richardson pulls it in his body, leads his hands like a shock absorber. And look at the time in the pocket. They isolate on the weak side Ruben Lyle rather, for the long touchdown. And that's, I like the play calling. I'm a big fan of going trips one way, Matt. Isolate your strength to the weak side one-on-one and exploiting the defense.
And letting your playmakers be playmakers. He adjusted on the football well. Poole hit as he was given the football by Royce Jenkins Stone. Please note that this Fox Sports Detroit Plus telecast is available in high definition on many systems, including those that you see here. For a complete listing, click the channel finder at foxsportsdetroit.com. Kyle Cooper and his offense getting shut out right now with about 9:20 left in the opening half.
And this is where it's so nice having a coach like Tom Mack, who's been around so long. He's going to take that offensive line, those running backs, and say, listen, there's things here. You guys are doing a good job. Let's get back to the power game, put a drive together, climb back in within 1 score.
2nd and long. They need something here, Bach. Brought down by Lewis Plamer at the 48-yard line of Cass Tech.
And there's what we've been talking about. I think this play has been the entire afternoon where they're leading the first 2 people through the hole. It's just a power lead play. They're getting 5-6 yards.
Cass Tech defense so tough, so strong. Surrendered just 3 points last weekend to Eisenhower. Shut out Warren De La Salle. Shut out Detroit Renaissance at the end of the year. 3rd and 5. This will be Houle, and he won't get it. Nice play made by Lewis Plamer for the 2nd consecutive play.
A good job flowing, reading the power. They see the motion coming with the lead back, Anthony D'Arcangelo, and they slide and fill defensively. I'll tell you, number 50 is a force.
Yes, he is.
Called Plamer's name quite a few times here this afternoon already. CC looking like they may go for it. 4th down and 3. I got to believe knowing Coach Mackey, although you're on the plus side of the 50, he might try to do a hard count here. Maybe go out a shotgun, go a hard count, and it does, if they don't jump, go pooch kick. I just can't see him going for that 4th and 3.
Might show their desperation a little bit. Single back is Houle. Trips to the right for Cooper. They will go for it. He'll throw. He'll complete it. And he's got room. D'Arcangelo down the sideline. CC has cut the lead in half. What a play.
Well, it's a little bit, we're going to stop this. It's the old pick. They're going to run right in here. And you're going to see a little bit of havoc. A little bit of a pick play. Watch number 20. John Malone comes inside. And then they slip the ball to the outside to D'Arcangelo. And he does the rest, showing good speed up the field, well-designed play. That's what you want to run that play against a man-to-man coverage, and that's exactly what they saw from Cass Tech. What a 4th down 3 play. Tom Mack, I thought you were going to bluff him and go hard count. Touchdown.
Part of the reason why the man on the CC sidelines has won 9 state championship rings. 4th and 3, money ball, 14-7. Anthony D'Arcangelo on the receiving end of that 4th down toss, taking it to the house to cut the lead to 7. He might need a new jersey at halftime. Look at how much he's sweating. Playing on both sides of the ball. Richardson and Jordan are back deep for Cass Tech. A squib kick. Richardson. Going the wrong way. Now he's going north. Gets close to the 40-yard line.
Well, any good scoring drive usually set up by some special teams. We're going to see the nice return on the kickoff by Bach, establishing field position, giving CC an opportunity on 4th down to go for it. And look at Cooper, well-delivered ball, offense with a little bit of a pick play, get to the edge, and D'Arcangelo does the rest. As a defender that time, that was a Delano Hill foul down. Quick strike cut. That's not what we usually see from this Catholic Central team. They're
that's not an easy pass to throw always,
it is. A nice job by Kyle Cooper as the back was heading away from him. Perfect throw. That allowed the running back D'Arcangelo to catch it in stride, Matt, and turn up the field and go for 6.
Speaking of good throws, J-Ru Campbell has been on the money most of the day so far. High snap. Boy, his athleticism showcased there. Deion Drake with an inside take. Close to the 45. Dylan Roney, the sophomore who wears 89 in blue, made the tackle. It's funny when you talk with Thomas Wilcher and he talks about his quarterback. He says he makes our offense go. When you look at him, you say, duh, no doubt. There's Coach Wilcher working on the helmet of Darryl Goldsmith. Second down and 5 for the Technicians. 10 and 3 out of the Detroit PSL. Campbell throws. Ouch. Richardson will feel that in the morning. Mike Schultz and Gerald Perot, tag team on the tackle.
Kind of a form of the old smash route. They're going twins each way, man. They run the outside guy. You're going to see on a post route. We're going to look right here. Outside guy goes to the post. Inside guy goes to the angle to the sideline.
And the quarterback reads safety.
Just reading the safety. Yep. If he jumps the post, you throw the angle. If he stays back, and outside, you throw the post.
Cass Tech's been pretty good on 3rd down so far today. Pressure comes. He's got good mobility. Waves his man away, and it's intercepted at the 43-yard line. Mike Schultz stepped in front, and the Shamrocks get the first turnover of the day.
I'm watching the play develop, and I'm thinking this kid is incredible. For the fact that as he sees the pocket break down, he has a presence. He starts sliding down. I'll stop it right here. We always talk about receivers. When the quarterback comes to you, you need to go away. And that's exactly in this situation. You see him wave him away, just really underthrows the ball. As Lewis Jordan started breaking away. And that's what you want, Matt, as a quarterback in a scramble situation. You got to give him somewhere to throw the football. If the defender's with you and you're waiting, you got to go. You got to get away from him, give him some space. But that time, the ball was just underthrown by Campbell. Good hands by the linebacker, too, and to stay in bounds. Otherwise, as you've educated us before, field position, a big deal. A timeout for Cass Tech with 5:42 remaining in the half, and CC hoping to get the equalizer on this possession. Even though these two teams don't play each other year to year, Shannon Hogan, it is a bit of a rivalry between the Catholic League and the Detroit PSL, is it not? Oh yeah, this goes way back, and from the chit chat I've heard here on the sideline, we're thinking that the Goodfellows game with
which used to be between the Catholic League champion and the public school champion, was played way back in the 30s, and then it went all the way through to the 60s, and they actually used to play at Old Tiger Stadium. Do you think there's a lot of people here? From some of the guys I was talking to, there were 20 to 30,000 people at those games. It was definitely about the bragging rights, and most of the games actually I think were before they had the state championship games. So this goes back way back to the 30s, you guys.
They like telling you those stories, don't they? They say, come here, young lady, I want to tell you a story.
You know, they were bragging, and I have to say I did do some research before I came down here, and a lot of it was like guys that played in the 50s, and they were arguing still about the score of those games.
They're just arguing because you get old. My dad's like that. He wants to just argue nonstop.
Oh, you're right about that. Duke will pick an argument with anybody. An inside give, Bach, and it's stymied there inside. Good penetration by William White and the rest of that front four for Cass Tech.
Cass Tech really not biting on the misdirection. They've run that counter a few times, not much success with it. And after you've run the power so many times, you think you get that defense line to start to flow with the lead back in the motion, but they're doing a good job staying home and anticipating and waiting for that counter to come back to them.
Well, you saw a good look at Kenton Gibbs. You want a big body, 6'3", 288, and just a sophomore for number 73 in white. Second down and 11. See if Cooper goes to the air here. He does, and throws it into the ground.
I think there's just too much pressure, early pressure in his face. Is that Deion Drake coming off the edge, rather 25. My bad, that was 15. That was Brandon Berry coming off the edge, and Kyle Cooper really just dumped that ball quickly, unable to step into his throw. After Catholic Central comes up with a big interception, Cass Tech, I like the timeout. Thomas Wiltshire takes the timeout, kind of settled things down. That's an experienced coach. Realize right now we had a 14-0 lead. They scored once. They get the interception. Things are starting to roll against us. Stop the wave. Calm your players down.
Wiltshire in his 14th year, and here's what the Shamrocks have done on third down. Not great success. Cooper to throw. Sets it up. D'Arcangelo made a man miss, and then he's dragged down at the 47. Might be too long to go for it here after the gain of 4.
Yeah, and this is one of those plays that looks like something's there. D'Arcangelo's going to leak out into the flat, let it go, and there he is. But look at the speed. Look at the closing speed. Even though Lyle misses him initially, it allows Richardson to get there. Also, Barry is there. If you don't hit something quick on this team, if you let it try to stretch out and go east-west, 2 slow developing plays, they will be there.
Alex Kozlowski will punt it away. His father played for Bo Schembechler in the 70s and got a nice punt away. It'll be fielded at the 16. And breaking a tackle, Ruben Lyle to the outside. 2 more to beat. And dragged down by Kozlowski.
Any good return man will tell you the first thing he learns, make one move and then get north and south. And this is what Lyle is going to do. Watch him catch the ball, a little sidestep, he sees the crease, go. Use your speed, that's why you're back there. He does it, he gets up the seam, but Kozlowski does a good job of using the boundary as another defender. Coach Wiltshire remembered his days back in the maize and blue running the football, saying go, go, go. That's not quite what I used to do. I used to go all the way and finish it, but a nice job by Ruben Lyle.
A 31-yard.
He's having a good game, Chef.
The 31-yard punt, a 44-yard return. And you always talk about field position. CC was trying to help their defense out. Instead, the special teams watched Cass Tech set up shop on the opposite side of the field. Good hit inside. Deion Drake punched in the mouth at the 40-yard line. Boy, these two teams love to hit, don't they? Matt Godin came up, clapping his hands. Wyatt Shulman, a 2-year, 2-way starter, also in on the tackle.
Yeah, we're looking at a game, Matt, so far, a lot of chunk plays that have gotten the job done. It's the grinding out game we really haven't seen. We saw a couple pass plays in one drive by Cass Tech, and CC had some success running the ball early on. But up to now, it's really been the big play that's been the difference, really has led to the scores or has been the scores.
4 wide receivers set for J. Rue Campbell. Pressure comes from the edge. He delivers, and it's nearly intercepted. Oh, what a grab! Lewis Jordan hold it in. How did he get that one away from the defender? Mike Schultz had it for his second interception, but Jordan stole it for an 11-yard gain.
Well, this ball should have never been thrown. The defender, Schultz, is inside. He has the ball, but Lewis Jordan just goes up over the top and says, I don't think so. You think you have it? Now you see it, now you don't.
That's
an ugly athletic play.
Oh.
That's just a receiver playing the football. And you know, Schultz, it's hard to knock him. Great position. He thought he had one. Actually, a second.
That's really strong hands, too, as they go back to the running games. Royce Jenkins Stone, who has the rushing touchdown for Cass Tech with positive yardage here. You know, we see Cass Tech, and we highlighted them as a defensive club. I'm really impressed with their offense.
Well, I think Thomas Wilcher's really did a nice job coming in here. Spreads you out. He runs a spread offense, but throwing a lot early, softening up that defense, and now incorporating the run a little bit and having enough success to move the chains. And this has been a quick first half. It's still under 2:30 and winding down, Matt. Cass Tech on the 26-yard line. CC may not get a very long opportunity after this drive to do anything with it.
If they get it back at all. 2nd and 7. Campbell to do what he loves best. Pressure comes from the back end, and down he goes. Dylan Roney from the blind side. And the first sack of the day for Catholic Central.
That's what you call smackaroni. Coming from the backside, bringing pressure, really showing the speed. Watch him, good move, up the field move. He goes out of your picture, but he comes back into it. We're gonna get another look at Mr. Roney coming off the edge. Nice swimmer, beats Royce Jenkins Stone. Comes up, and I like the way he finishes. Get your arms around the quarterback's arm too, Shep. Don't let him ad-lib it. Squeeze him and put him down.
You called that smackaroni, did you?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Now, Thomas Wilcher's probably telling his young quarterback, hey, you got to have that inner clock as a quarterback. But you know what? In defense of J. Campbell, he's had so much time all day long. He wants to hold out and pat that football just a second longer.
Yeah, he's trying to hit that snooze alarm on his clock in the morning, Shep. He's standing back in the pocket. He's getting a little false sense of security, as you said right now. Pressure's starting to get there. CC teeing off.
Here's our school profile on Cass Tech, presented by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. A 4-year college prep high school in Detroit. The school is named in honor of Lewis Cass, an American military officer and politician who served as the governor of the Michigan Territory from 1813 to 1831. And when it opened in 1907, Detroit only had 3 other high schools. Ground was broken in 2002 for a new Cass Tech directly north of the old building. A ribbon-cutting black tie gala was held in 2005. And it's not far, as we look at our Google map, it's not far from where we are right now. Just a few city blocks, and they walked their way here earlier today.
You know, my question is this, Shep. If they win, do they get a ride home?
Hey, they can dance, skip their way back to the school grounds, anything they want. 3rd down and 17. They have an uphill battle on this play right here. They pump fake a slip screen. They go downfield, and man wide open. He's going to score. Richardson got behind the defense.
And what a call and what execution. That play takes a long time to develop. They're going to pump fake the slip screen right here. He's going to come back to line. You're going to see the wheel get down the sideline. Let it go. They're going to fake the slip screen. Outside receiver's going to come back. The pump fake. There goes the wheel route down the side, up over the top. Let's give kudos to the offensive lineman. That play takes a little while to develop. He had time to get the pump fake, he being J. Campbell.
Boy, a beautiful find by Campbell. And Richardson very patiently ran that route perfectly. And now Cass Tech has a 2-touchdown lead again. They've really only stopped themselves.
We're another look at this play. Look at the pump fake. Look how he sells it. His whole body, Matt. He doesn't just kind of go through the motions. He sells it. He turns, looks, and this sucks the corner up, allows Terry Richardson to get behind it. Seen a lot of good things. This kid's a freshman. How'd you like to defend him in the PSL for the next 3 years?
Yeah. Hey, how important now is that grab by Jordan? Lewis Jordan went over the top, grabbed it, took it away from a would-be interception, and kept the chains moving.
Big play.
Huge
Every drive
play.
you look back at the turning point plays in the drive. And we're going to look at Lewis Jordan here. This is the play that made it. This should have been an interception, could have been rather, because Schultz is in position. Jordan just goes up over the top, takes the rebound down off the boards, and makes the play.
Who wants it more in a case like that? Very impressed with the Technicians' offense. The very first possession to start the game, the Technicians moved the ball, but they couldn't get anything out of it. Then touchdown, touchdown, a pick, and another touchdown. It's been nice. Very fluid.
Lewis Jordan saw he was getting a little FaceTime in Ford Field.
Not as much as you did in the Division 7 game, I promise you that.
That's just bad directing and producing.
On the return from the 12. Zach Bach wrapped up, but about the 22. J-Rue Campbell has been really good today. But you know what? We should have seen this, because what he's done this year, really impressive.
He's made the plays when he's needed to make them. But having someone like Lewis Jordan, along with Terry Richardson and Ruben Lyle, that you can throw the ball to, it gives you a lot of options. You know you're going to have someone open when you have playmakers down there to go and get it. And he's taking advantage of this the entire season. And we see it here this afternoon in this championship game. He's not afraid in the pocket. This young man does not know what the word fear means.
And we need to remember, too, this is a team that was ranked 64th in the country coming into the season, as Bach takes the end around and loses yardage. Their first game of the year, they were blown out by Harrison 43-8. But still, this is a team that since that time has been extremely competitive, at times has routed their opposition. But there's a reason they were so highly thought of before the season even kicked off.
Well, what I've noticed about this Cass Tech team is a lot of athletes, playmakers at the receiver positions. But maybe more important, I've seen a good defensive front and linebacking core, front seven defensively. CC usually is able to pound the ball at people, but not today.
Cool. Pinballs his way to the 26. Well, remember, there's also a sense of purpose for Cass Tech, because last year they lost to Lake Orion in the semifinals, 24-21. A key fumble there, and it was after that the Dragons celebrating to win the Division I title game, and Cass Tech was left to wonder what might have been. Ryan Field has a really interesting feature for us at halftime of this one, so stay with us. This will be the final snap of the opening half. Bach spun around at the 25, and that'll do it. The first half is in the books of the Division I championship. Both these teams physical, strong, mentally and physically tough as well. But it's Cass Tech with a 21-7 lead. We thought about their defense, and it's been good, but I think it's been outshone by their offense early on.
Well, if you're going to have success like Cass Tech has in the first half, you need it from all three phases. The defense has been solid once again, but look at the special teams. Ruben Lyle on the punt return. This is going to give them good field position in the drive that ultimately leads to a touchdown. And Matt, the passing game has not been outdone by the special teams. Look at the receiving core. Lewis Jordan going up and making that play. Really a huge play, as you said, from a turnover to a first down, and then the wheel route off the fake slip screen. Love the play call, love the execution as Terry Richardson takes it into the end zone.
Yeah, Shannon Hogan will be talking with Thomas Wilcher here in a minute, and his play calling has been dead on. They've had a nice mix of running and passing, and he, the head coach of Cass Tech, is now downstairs with our own Shannon Hogan to talk about the exciting first half that his club has been able to put together. 21-7. Again, he bragged about his defense, and I understand why, but his offense has been equally as impressive early on here at Ford Field, and he continues to coach as he works his way toward the tunnel. He almost lost.
No, he didn't leave. He was just
Shannon
directing
Hogan, you tracked him
traffic.
down. Good
Don't
job.
worry, I got him. I got him. Coach, your thoughts on the first half of the game?
I think the game is going the way we expect it to go. I just think that as long as we stay focused and we just make sure the kids stay focused, we finish up the game the way we're supposed to.
Could you have asked anything more from a freshman quarterback than you've gotten from J-Rue Campbell in that first half?
He hasn't finished yet. That's all I can tell you.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. Matt, back to you.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much. This game isn't finished either. It's 21-7. Cass Tech leads it. J. Rue Campbell under the bright lights of Ford Field. The dancing and the high stepping of what his team can bring to the table. Has a couple of touchdown passes, and his club leads by 14 on Fox Sports Detroit. Really good looking first half for Cass Tech. They lead Catholic Central 21-7 at the break of the Division I state championship game. Cass Tech routinely turns out high-level college talent, yet they've never made it to the state championship game. Now, that may surprise some people out there, but this is a team that was highly ranked coming into the season and has lived up to their billing this year. Part of their motivation isn't just becoming the first team to ever win a state championship. It stems from last season's semifinal loss to Lake Orion, a heartbreaker for them. Ryan Field picks up the story from there.
So often a season can come down to one play, one moment where time seems to stand still. For Cass Tech, that moment came in last year's state semifinal against Lake Orion. The technicians were driving, moving the ball inside the Dragons' 10-yard line with less than a minute to play.
I had my eyes closed. I couldn't watch it because it happened right behind me. All I could hear was a crowd roar.
QB Keith Moore attempted to pitch the ball to Keenan Smith, but Moore was hit before he could get rid of it. The Dragons recovered the fumble, and the technicians were left to wonder what might have been.
I heard their crowd go wild, and I looked up, and tears just bust out my eyes.
We came so close, and we just too close. It was just too close. Right there on the 3-yard line, you know, have a fumble come in the first play. You know, it was shocking.
We, you know, had a dream, and we all wanted everybody to believe in us. And then, you know, for you know, everything to just crumble like that, you know, it was heartbreaking.
It was a play that won't soon be forgotten, and one that continues to serve as motivation 1 year later.
Be within 2 yards of going to the state championship game, it hurt real bad. So that's all the motivation we need to go out here and win this week.
Last Saturday saw the technicians return to Troy Athens, the very same field where their dreams came to an end last fall. This time around, though, Cass Tech rose to the occasion, knocking off Utica Eisenhower to advance to the school's first ever state championship game. Now those same players who lived through that heartbreak last season have a chance to fulfill their dreams as state champions.
We got the best defense in the whole country. Say yeah! Yeah!
It would mean the world to this team right here. It would mean the world to me. I would love to go out on top, you know, do something that any other Cass Tech team has never ever done. It would just be the world's best.
All right, Ryan, good stuff. They sure have the makeup of what it takes to be a state champion. Good offense, good defense, and really good special teams. All three have been on display so far. Speaking of three, we have crowned 5 champions already this weekend. We have 3 more to go. We'll take a look back and a look forward next. Game 2 of a quadruple header here on Fox Sports Detroit at Ford Field, the state championship games. Earlier today, we saw an impressive display by Saginaw Novell and a record set for Saginaw Novell, too. The Panthers win their 3rd state championship. They do it behind Garrett Lewis, the tailback who had 5 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
I know you are.
This is great. This is good stuff here today. This game has been way better than I thought it would be. I thought it would be about a 6-3 game. Now, the defense isn't good, but I like some scoring as well.
No question. Let's take a look at how we got to this point. 21-7 in favor of the technicians.
Well, it starts out early on. You see a return that sets up for Catholic Central by Bach, getting up the middle, getting a good field position. And on the 4th down there, a little bit of a pick play and get Darkangelo down the sidelines. Nice job, nice thrown ball by Cooper as well, giving CC their touchdown. But Cass Tech really has done well in the passing game, led by this young man, J. Rue Campbell. When you got guys like Lewis to throw the ball, go up and get it and make plays, it makes you very confident. And you have Terry Richardson as well going across the middle, and in the big back, Royce Jenkins Stone pounding inside between the tackles, 32 yards. He takes it to the house, and going up top, you isolate him on the weak side. You have Ruben Lyle. We're saying a lot of different names here, Shep.
Yeah.
That's because they have a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the football. And then we're going to come back on the wheel route, off the fake slip screen to Terry Richardson. What a proficient first half by this Cass Tech offense.
Let's take a look at the first half numbers here. Cass Tech more impressive overall in total offense. Look at what they're averaging per play, almost 9 yards per play, and they've limited to CC just 1 of 6 on third downs. There's the chunk plays that you talk about constantly, plays of 20 yards or more, and it's 4 for Cass Tech, only 2 for the Shamrocks. How does Catholic Central get back in this thing?
I think you go back to basics. I think you go what was working early on in that first half, and that's the power running game. Motion that tight end, run him up through the hole, give it to the second back, get another lead block in there, get numbers at the point of attack. Do what you do. Don't try to be out of character.
Defensively, they're going to have to stop the technicians at some point. Tom Mack will talk about that and more with our own Shannon Hogan when we return to downtown Detroit at Ford Field after this. The MHSAA football finals are brought to you by Paul's TV. For the biggest deals on big screens, come to Paul's TV, now inside every Art Van store. By the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, 1-800-CALL-SAM. And by Spartan Stores. Earn points, get free groceries with Yes Rewards. What an atmosphere. It has been all weekend long. We expect it to carry on throughout the day. Been a lot of fun so far in this Division I championship tilt between Cass Tech and Catholic Central. The technicians calmly walk back out onto the football field for the second half. The Shamrocks come running out of their locker room, hoping to stage a comeback. They are down 21-7, but do get the football first in the second half. How much will that be effective?
Oh, it'll be huge, and like I said during our halftime bid, Shep, I think you need to get back to what you do. You're a physical running team. You're out of the Detroit Catholic League. You look at Orchard Lake, St. Mary's, De La Salle, Brother Rice especially. We saw Devon Church yesterday. That's your MO. Come out, do what you do well, reestablish that power running game, and then you can set up the play action off it.
Do you feel like they've gotten away from that at all?
A little bit, just a little bit.
All right, Shannon Hogan was with Tom Mack. Shannon?
Coach, what did you tell the team in the locker room before coming out?
I told them we have 24 minutes for a lifetime, and we're going to come out there and score our first touchdown and hold them, score another one, and hopefully get another one and take charge of the game.
This is not just a football game. It's truly an event. Your student section is wild. How exciting is it for you as a coach and also for your players to be playing here?
Well, it's always great. You know, this is a great atmosphere, and it's something that you strive for your whole life. And you know, we just want to leave on a positive note today.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. Good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you very much.
Matt, back to you.
Thanks, Shannon. Won't be easy. They have to stage the comeback up against a very stingy defense. What they need is what they got in this second half from the first half. Cass Tech, they're trying to prevent what the technicians do so well. Catholic Central fan base, specifically the student body, in usual form, fired up for the second half with their Shamrocks trailing 21-7. They came running out of the tunnel. Thomas Wilcher's club came walking out, very businesslike. Here's what he said at the half.
We're going to throw the ball. We got to keep the same philosophy going, but we have to step up defensively. We can't let that back come out the backfield anymore. We have to kill that back. We have to squat somebody forward, play a roll coverage, whatever we got to do. But we're going to have to stop what's going on right now. Fellas, 2 quarters. 24 minutes, state champs, right here.
Sometimes the best speeches are simple and direct.
That's right, get to the point. You already got the players playing. All you got to do is let them keep it rolling, Matt. You don't have to try to change anything. You're up 21-7. Things you've been doing offensively, working well. Your defense has played well. Things are going good, and even on the special teams.
Well, this is what we've said. Emotion is great, but it only takes you so far, right?
Absolutely. Players got to play.
And I think that those last words that he talked about regarding his defense was specifically because his defense starts this second half going up against the Catholic Central offense.
You know, his defense played so well. Notice the one critique he had, you got to hit the back out of the backfield. The only play they really got beat on the entire half, but he was there to remind them that it was not a perfect half defensively.
And Tom Mack telling our Shannon Hogan, hey, here's what I told him. We're going to score on our first possession, then we're going to stop them, then we're going to score again, then we're going to stop them, then we're going to score again. And that's the way you'd like it to be drawn up. Doesn't always work out that way because there's an opposition that is trying to win a state championship as well. Kenny Snap will kick it away, the junior, to Zach Bach or John Malone. Bach wears 16 in blue, Malone 20. It will be Bach drifting toward his 15. And getting past to the 26-yard line. Where is Detroit Catholic Central? School profile brought to you by Bell Tire. When the bell sounded for the first class in early September 1928, there were 260 students at their desks ready to begin the school year. Catholic Central High School at the famous 6565 West Outer Drive address opened in 1951, remained there until 78, moved to its 4th location in Redford Township, and now is in Novi, that was opened up in 2005, and what a gorgeous, and I mean simply gorgeous facility. Very good at just about every sport they play, especially hockey. I mean, they are the best. They and Trenton the best in hockey. Anthony D'Arcangelo with the first carry of the second half. Royce Jenkins Stone and Lewis Plamer in on the tackle. We've called 50 and White an awful lot today because he has been a force from his defensive end position.
A 6'2", 260-pound senior, but very, very quick.
And put together.
And he keeps you off his legs. He has a good job, real good hands, and that's what you want for your down lineman defensively. You see a lot of rustlers make good defensive linemen. Lewis Plamer, he's been doing it the entire day, keeping people off his legs.
2nd down and 8. Up the gut, it's David Houle, who had a nice first half. David Houle's father played for Michigan State back in the 1980s.
I think that's Darrell Goldsmith. Good penetration with the defensive tackle. Leader on offense, leader on defense. You know, I just wonder about this Cass Tech team. They start 6 guys, or rather play 6 that go both ways. So you wonder as the game goes on, especially if Catholic Central can put a drive together, make that defense stay on the field if they tire out.
Cooper wears a glove on his throwing hand, and he will throw here. They'll get away from the pocket and dump it off, and it's incomplete, intended for David Houle. Well, CC's put themselves in tough spots because it's been 3rd and long a lot today.
It has, and that's not what they like to do. They're not a throwing team on 3rd and long. We're going to get a look at this time at big number 50, Lewis Plamer. We'll talk about the hands. 1 guy, 2 guys. Keep stretching it out. Don't let him seal you inside. Force the quarterback to throw the ball, not turn it up the corner and run it. You got to be a complete defense man. You just can't try to squeeze that trap down or squeeze inside, stop throwing. You got to have feet to stretch the play, keep everything contained inside.
Cass Tech has to put pressure on Alex Kozlowski because he can run it, and there's the pressure that forced a block punt, and they picked it up, and inside the 20 go the technicians. It was blocked by Ronnie Urquhart and hauled in by William White.
Well, I'm not sure where Urquhart comes from. Right up the middle. Really untouched. Not the fault of the punter, Alex Kozlowski, that time. Someone has got to get a hand on him. Another big play on special teams for Cass Tech. Now, Coach Wilcher didn't give us a lot during the course of the week. We talked to him, but what he did not tell us was that his special teams are a little bit special, making some plays here this afternoon.
See if they go for the jugular here. J. Rue Campbell. Inside give, Jenkins Stone, who has the rushing touchdown for the technicians. Wrapped up by Dylan Roney. Roney's had a good game for Catholic Central. He's number 89 in blue. Just a sophomore. And I'll tell you what, Cass Tech's doing a good job winning at the point of command up front. Garrett Wiscombe, Matt Godin, really good defensive tackles for Catholic Central. And they're getting pushed around a little bit. Four wide receivers set for the technicians on a 2nd and 8 after the turnover. Campbell to throw on a slant route. Caught! Touchdown! Sharon Jackson!
You're going to see the smash roll we talked early on. Watch this. They're going to run a post here. They're just get the angle to clear out. Let it go. They clear out with the angle. The safety sees a little bit. Then they get inside. Got to read that a little bit quicker if you're Aaron Hess, the safety. But that's another well-thrown ball by a freshman quarterback. Unbelievable. Great future for J. Rue Campbell. Nice grab. Jackson Sharon.
Campbell will actually hold rather than Ruben Lyle. Snap for the extra point. And he nestles it just inside the right upright. 3 touchdown passes from J-Ru Campbell. Each time he's hit a different receiver. The latest, Sharon Jackson. And it's now a 21-point lead. Hard to believe that Cass Tech didn't even win their league. They did not win the Detroit PSL. But they are winning and handling the Division I state championship game. They have had 6 possessions, 4 touchdowns, an interception, and punted 1 away. Bach needs a big return. Will not get it. He is swarmed under at the 13-yard line. Now the MHSAA Super Show presents highlights from state finals competition in many of the other sports which crown champions during the fall sports season. Enjoy a look at the tremendous team and individual accomplishments on the MHSAA Fall Super Show. It premieres Sunday, December 18th at 9 and at 5:30 on Fox Sports Detroit.
Well, Shep, I want you to listen very carefully. You hear this noise?
Yeah.
I could be Coach Mac taking his game plan and throwing it in the garbage, because I don't know if they can, but they have to open up. They got to start throwing the ball, maybe on first down, a little play action.
They do have a guy who can throw the football a little bit as the whistle halts play. In Kyle Cooper. Last year, Cooper was a wide receiver and the backup quarterback.
I think Cass Tech got a timeout prior to the snap.
They did. Tom Mack. Well, when you've coached 36 years, you've had plenty of situations where you've needed inspirational speeches. I would say now would be a good one to pull out from the files. And we talked about Kyle Cooper, and even though CC is a team that likes to run the football, Kyle Cooper threw for almost 1,000 yards. He can sling it around a little bit. He can see over the line because of his 6'7", 215-pound frame. And he's got a good arm. But it's easier said than done. You have to get guys open, and maybe more importantly, Rob Rubick, you have to have the time to throw the football.
I think the last point is the key, Matt. And with the inability to really sustain any type of running game, Cass Tech is really teeing off up front right now, and it's going to make it difficult.
D'Arcangelo spun around at the line of scrimmage. I mean, the yardage inside has been really tough to come by.
Well, those trap blocks we saw early on in the power running game, which were creating some seams. Now, the Cass Tech defensive line, when you look at Gibbs and Goldsmith and Plamer and White, they're taking it on. They're reading it. They're seeing it coming quicker, and they're stuffing all the lead blockers in the hole, creating congestion and allowing the linebackers come in and finish the deal.
Remember, Catholic Central's lone touchdown came on a 4th and 3. Cooper on a 2nd and 10. Nothing doing. I mean, they're not fooling anybody. Anthony D'Arcangelo was swallowed up. William White making the play.
Right now, winning in the trenches, the green and white. Really doing a good job squeezing things down, being physical, making the line of scrimmage readjust itself to 2 yards in the backfield for Catholic Central. They're getting a good push up front. And this one, it's tough as a team. You know, we saw the highlight package of a little bit of the passing game of Catholic Central, but in this situation, look at some of the teams you had here this weekend. This is where you wish you were Ithaca. A team that could spread it out, is comfortable throwing 3, 4, or even Cass Tech on the other side of the ball had the ability with the quick play.
It's tough for running teams to come back in games on a draw, and nothing doing there for Zach Bach either. And suddenly the CC crowd are sitting on their hands because there's nothing to cheer about.
And one play can really change the tide of a game, the momentum, as we saw with the block punt. It was a 21-7 game. CC still felt good about itself, I think, where they could really stay with what they wanted to do and get back into the game. Well, now that block punt sets up the touchdown, and it's a 28-7 game, and it's really, really an uphill battle.
Yeah, but you crumbled the game plan earlier.
Well, I did. But
CC hasn't done that.
I mean, he went with the same 3 plays.
Right.
Now they're punting.
Richardson made a man miss. Broke free to the outside. What a dynamic player he is as he spins around at the 16-yard line. You don't think the future looks bright for Cass Tech? Folks, that kid right there can play.
And once again, it's speed. One move, north and south. We said it on the last time he had a return, and that's what you like to see. Getting down the field.
Look at the vision.
It is. You know what? You got to have the speed. Obviously, Richardson has the jets, but I like his fundamentals in the return game. Not much of dancing around. Makes one slight move east or west and heads up the field.
Impressive return. And you know what, Thomas Wilcher, say this. Cass Tech has come about this game and gone about their business in a very methodical way. They're pretty simple. They're pretty basic in the sense that they go about it. They know what they want to do and they accomplish it. There's no hot dogging. There's no dancing. They get out there. They beat you up front. They put their skilled players to work. And it's been an impressive 28-7 lead so far. And they're not done, by the way.
I think I might give Coach Wilcher a call next week after he did the big soft sell on his kids' chances here today, coming into this game with Catholic Central, playing the big underdog role. And maybe that was all part of his philosophy coming to the game.
Could
Catholic
be,
Central,
yep.
they're there each and every year. They're Goliath, and we're just David coming in here. But so far, tell you what, David's been hitting Goliath in the head with a lot of stones.
Feels like a boulder right now.
One of those stones being Royce Jenkins' stone.
Jeff Sugg, the injured Shamrock. And this is almost put away time right now for Cass Tech. You could say there's a lot of time left, but the way Sharon Jackson and the Cass Tech are running the football, he must have been 8 feet in the air. He was upended, bounces right up. Look at this.
Sharon Jackson gets some serious error. Good job pulling outside. See big Kenton Gibbs, number 73, up and over the pile. That'll make you go a couple times as you get the wind knocked out of you. Hops right there. You got to like that's effort. That's leaving it on the field. That's what coaches look for. That's a winning type of play.
You used to watch your ex-teammate do that quite a bit, Billy Sims.
Except he usually put his foot in someone's chest as he was doing that.
CC screaming for a timeout, and they finally get it. Second down and short when we return. It has been all J. Rue Campbell and the technicians. They're in front 28-7 on Fox Sports Detroit. Tough to say if this is the best game that Cass Tech has played all season long. They've had some really good ones. They put up some big-time points, 62 on Detroit Central, 51 on Detroit Southeastern. But considering the level of competition, to be up 28-7 on Detroit Catholic Central, I would rank that way up there for the technicians so far this year. An inside give to Royce Jenkins Stone, who uses strength to get inside the 5. And it'll be first and goal for Cass Tech.
First down, Cass Tech. On defense for the Shamrocks, Anthony Darby.
This is why you watch this. If you follow the motion, it'll deceive. But look at both linemen come around the edge. You have to pick them up early, Matt. And that's why you read your keys. The motion of the backfield says the play is going to the right, but the big fellas will take you to the ball. And that time, the right guard, right tackle, Plamer and Gibbs both pulled.
Tough to move those big horses inside. Campbell with a give to Royce Stone, or Jenkins Stone, I should say. Royce Jenkins Stone pushed backwards.
Jenkins Stone is the ball carrier.
They like the full block a lot with big Daryl Goldsmith, number 52, the left guard. It's not really a trap. They just like to bring him behind the center a little bit, run him up through the hole. He is their go-to lineman. Talking to Coach Wilcher, he said this is the guy that's a leader. He said he's the one that really keeps us going in the offensive line. The freshman quarterback obviously not too vocal. So number 52, Daryl Goldsmith, he will lead by example as well as verbally, Coach said.
Now on a second down and goal. Campbell to throw. Across the middle, popped up in the air and incomplete. We knew this was going to be a physical game. Daryl Goldsmith felt the exact same way. And one of the keys, Cass Tech had to match CC's physicality.
We got to stop our shoulder pads on tight and go directly at them. There's no other way around playing football, you know, in the trenches. Either you're going to hit somebody or you're going to get hit. And the person that wants to hit someone, they're going to win.
Simple but true.
He could be a coach. He's right. No sugarcoating it. That's the way it is.
Sometimes the better statements are made with fewer words. And Daryl Goldsmith is case in point there. He's been a load inside. 3rd and goal now for the technicians. Jenkins Stone to the outside and pushed out of bounds. Good defensive stand by CC. Will Cass Tech go for 3 with Kenneth Snap, or will they try to punch it in for 6 more? You know, there's 2 schools of thought here. You try to punch it in. If you don't make it, look at how far CC has to go.
Absolutely. And the way they, you know, that's a great point, Matt. And that's what I would do. I would absolutely go for it in this situation, because the way CC's offense is built, it's not a, you know, 3-4 passes and work down the field. It's, if they score from here, it could be a 12-14 play drive, which could basically eat up maybe half the time remaining in this game.
Also a really difficult angle for a field goal.
And also, I saw last time, you had Lewis Jordan isolated, and he was able to get inside on the slant route. Now, did he go to the sidelines and convey that?
And he split wide left. Watch Campbell, he can run too. He will roll, he will throw, and it'll be almost picked off. Instead, 6 more for the technicians. Royce Jenkins Stone with his 2nd touchdown of the day.
Well, this is a game of inches. They run the fake zone read, the little pass into the flat. And you see the break on the ball by David Racy. He almost gets the interception, but instead of pick 6 going the other way, you got another touchdown for the technicians. Royce Jenkins Stone breaks a little bit of a tackle. Wow, what a turn of events. What could have been for Catholic Central ends up being maybe the backbreaker.
Wow, that was so
Cass
close
Tech,
for David Racy, who had 2 interceptions last weekend against Rockford and was a fingernail away from possibly a pick 6 there. Instead, Royce Jenkins Stone, what a player. 2nd touchdown, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air, and it's 35-7. Aspiring high school athletes and coaches are nurtured in sports as they grow in their knowledge and skills. The same expectation should be true for game officials. Unfortunately, some people expect officials to start out perfect and then get better. We need to keep the officiating ranks strong. So be a good sport and support everyone in the game, players, coaches, and officials. To become a registered game official, go to MHSAA.com. And they're not too shy for the camera either.
You see the look at Royce Jenkins Stone. A couple TDs here in the afternoon. That's a big back. Also shows he has nice soft hands coming out of the backfield. A lot of playmakers on the green and white today, and they've been here making plays.
I like how they've spread it around. Sharon Jackson, Lewis Jordan, Ruben Lyle, Terry Richardson, Royce Jenkins Stone, all heavily involved. And what more can you say about the freshman signal caller? Dynamite. Good kick. John Malone. Sealed up quickly. Last week, 2 heavyweights going at it in the semifinals. Catholic Central had to go through the Westside Power Rockford Rams to get to forward field. The Shamrocks looked like they were ready to take them down in regulation, but their 19-yard field goal with 20 seconds left was blocked. In overtime, the Shamrock defense forced the Rams to settle for a field goal, and on the 2nd play of their possession, they get 6. Kyle Cooper to Anthony Darkangelo. Catholic Central wins it 23-20. Here, though, they're in a massive hole with time running out. 35-7, and a flag on the play. Looked like illegal motion against Catholic Central.
Good ball. Ball started on the offense.
And it is.
5-yard penalty. First down.
I'm stating the obvious here, but Catholic Central has to score every time they have the football.
Yeah, and maybe sometimes when they don't have the football on defense, they're going to have to make a player on special teams. But this offense, not only do they have to score, Matt, with 4:53 remaining in the 3rd, they have to score in relative haste, I would say, because that man right there, he knows he's up against it. We're going to look here. Look at how everyone is in here. That's tough to try to get the passing game going when everything is so tight.
Here they will throw. Cooper has a man open downfield. He throws underneath, and it's caught at the 25-yard line. A good leaping grab by Matt Donath who we think has had a very good game, a 3-year varsity player, won a state championship in 2009, and he and Cooper make up a big front court for their basketball club.
Yeah, it looked like Alex Kozlowski had it deep, but he decided to go to the intermediate route, find the tight end coming underneath, and Cooper pays the price a little bit after the throw. Good clean hit by the Cass Tech defender. Brandon Berry comes in.
Catholic Central's lone loss came into the second to last game of the year to Orchard Lake St. Mary's, who will play on our air at 7:30 by 1. Then they redeemed themselves and beat the Eaglets the next week as Houle rushes along the left side. Well, not only does the ground attack not get you quick points, but it eats a lot of clock too, which is something you should be cognizant
right
of.
Now you can ill afford for this game to become a fast moving game. You need every second on that clock to try to get something going offensively.
3rd and 2. We've said that a lot today too for Catholic Central. 3rd and fill in the blank. Usually it's longer than 2. That's how good that Cass Tech defense has been. Double tight end set for the Shamrocks. Cooper wants to throw. Pressure comes. He unloads and it's incomplete. It's a good thing he underthrew that. Otherwise, that could have been a pick 6 the other way.
Get the latest on your favorite teams at foxsportsdetroit.com. An experienced team of writers and reporters cover the pro and college ranks. Plus, watch live streaming video of select MHSAA championship events. Get exclusive stories, analysis, videos, and much more. It's all available now at foxsportsdetroit.com.
Third straight punt for Catholic Central after another 3 and out. Shannon Hogan.
Well, guys, Cass Tech having a great game here, but they kind of had an untraditional way of getting here. They actually walked all the way to Ford Field from Cass Tech. I talked to the coaches about it. They said it was pretty quiet for the first few blocks, and then it really was quiet the last few blocks. But people just started coming out of the local businesses. Cars were stopping. Fans wanted to pull over and cheer. They said they even saw a few CC people give a few honks just to show some respect as they were walking here to Ford Field today. Guys,
it's pretty cool.
I think it's really cool. And that's something besides a game that these young men are going to remember the rest of their lives. Not only that they're probably going to end up being Division I champions in the state of Michigan, but how it all started in the day with the walk, with their brothers coming to the school. We talk about brotherhood being a big emphasis of this game for both teams, Shep, and we see it right there. And Thomas Wiltshire, what a job molding this club and reminding them of the past to help really, really build the future.
Well, they have clearly been the best team today, without question. They'll get flagged for a false start, I believe. I think they've been
dead ball.
Well disciplined
on the offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And they're a lot better balanced than I think a lot of people expected.
5-yard penalty. Leaves the ball to the 25-yard line.
Well, I think the balance,
defensively.
I look at the balance even a little differently. I look at it as offense, defense, special teams. That they're pretty strong in all 3 areas. I think their offense, they're still primarily a passing team. They probably thrown 80% of the time today. But man, they're good in all 3 areas, Shep, as you're pointing out, and that's why they have a 35-7 lead here.
On the ground, Drake to the 27. I like your point at the beginning of the broadcast. You said, hey, listen, their ability to throw the football has really opened up their running game.
Yeah, it has, and I think that's the MO that Thomas Wiltshire sticks to each and every week. Soften them up with the pass. We always talk about, you hear people say, oh, you have to run the ball to set up the play action. I'm a believer, you know, Matt, I like to throw the ball to set up the run. I think you can do it either way. Cass Tech today has shown that you can do it throwing it, and they've implemented a run just enough to keep that defensive line honest of Catholic Central.
Two and a half to go in the third. Campbell. He'll keep it. Looked like a broken play. He got a nice block, and he'll slide down at the 31. Well, Detroit Cass Tech in the regional final played Warren De La Salle, and they were tied at 0s at the start of the fourth when Tech went on a drive for the ages, 22 plays, took 10 minutes, 53 seconds off the clock, converted 5 4th downs, and everything led to that climactic 6-yard touchdown run from Royce Jenkins Stones with just over 90 seconds remaining. And you know what? That's all they needed. They upset Warren De La Salle 6-0, making all the skeptics a lot of believers.
What a drive, huh?
Well, Catholic Central beat Warren De La Salle 14-10. This one finished 6-0 in the regional finals.
I think you have to remember that drive, no penalties on either team on that 22-play drive.
Campbell throws and connects like he's done most of the day for another first down. Daquan Pace moves the chains for the technicians. How good have they been on 3rd down today?
They have, and look at Pace. This play looks like it's going to be stopped about 3 yards short. A little bit of a spin move to split the defenders, get to the sticks, and that takes about another 2 to 3 minutes off the clock, even if you don't pick up a first down with the new set of downs coming up.
50% conversion rate for the technicians on 3rd down on this championship Saturday. That's huge. You could probably count on one hand how many first downs Catholic Central's had today.
Going to work the clock, like working the play clock.
Drake popped at the 41. It has been a hard-hitting game. Both teams earning each other's respect. After the hits, they pop right up. And look at all the scars on Deion Drake's helmet. Same on the lid of Anthony D'Arcangelo. Under 30 seconds left, and Catholic Central and their crowd and their followers, their believers, wondering what happened. How did this get away so quickly? Should be the final play of the 3rd. Boy, the poise by the freshman quarterback for Cass Tech has been really impressive. They don't even need to snap it. They head to the 4th with a very comfortable 28-point lead. Stay with us. Cass Tech on the verge of their first ever football state championship right here on Fox Sports Detroit. You know, they say certain plays, maybe 3 or 4 plays make the difference in a game. Detroit Cass Tech in that 3rd quarter, that reception by Lewis Jordan when it could have been an interception has really helped the technicians. That was one of the key plays. And then the block punt that you were talking about in the 3rd as well.
I think that kind of got them over the edge. But since then, they've been rolling just downhill. It's been an easy ride for them. And they're controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
They're fun to watch, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
J. Rue Campbell with an inside give. Royce Jenkins Stone breaking loose and into the deep into the CC secondary down at the 46.
The broadcast of this game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and Fox Sports Detroit. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the images, descriptions, or accounts of this game may take place without express written consent.
Now the Shamrocks are used to being on the other end of a butt kicking. They've won 9 state titles. 3 times they've been runner-up. But you know what? Those 3 combined losses to Arthur Hill in 91, Traverse City in 88, Ann Arbor Pioneer in 87, 14 points total. They are getting torched by 28 on this Saturday in 2011. Campbell for the home run ball. Got it! Jordan, touchdown!
J. Rue Campbell hasn't been perfect, but if you look it up in the dictionary, I think his pitcher is pretty close to it. Look at down the sideline, Lewis Jordan getting behind the coverage of Catholic Central, and just a nice athletic move, cutting in back against the grain. But what another well-thrown ball by that freshman quarterback. And he's got receivers right now that have confidence in his arm that will go and get the ball and make plays. And it's kind of a mutual respect thing between him and his group of receivers right now. This is a big kick here, Shep.
Listen, you've got it.
This makes it a 35-point lead, which would be running time.
Clock. You got it. And it is good. Hey, you got to keep an eye out for this kid. He's got 3 more years, and you're going to love every second of it. Second touchdown of the day from Lewis Jordan. Celebrate on! They're up by 35. The MHSAA football finals are brought to you by Bell Tire. Get the lowest tire price, period. Bell Tire. Forget the period, put an exclamation point on Cass Tech's 2011 campaign. Win number 11, never, ever tasted so sweet. 11 running clock minutes away from celebrating their first ever state championship. John Malone, at least in the sport of football, Malone gallops his way to the 31, and the clock will continue to run. MHSAA.tv will have live streaming coverage of the post-game press conference from this one. Plus, you'll find an archive of all of this weekend's championship games. Get bonus coverage of the football finals at MHSAA.tv. J. Rue Campbell, how good has this freshman been? Well, this is how good he's been. He's tied Mitch Lovett from Macomb, Dakota in 2007 at the Division I level for most touchdown passes in a state championship game with 5. Cooper to throw across the middle and incomplete. Picked off at the 35-yard line. Royce Jenkins Stone, 2 offensively and 1 defensively. Wow, what a play.
Unbelievable. Everything going right now for the technicians. Cooper, the ball goes right off the hands of Darkangelo. Royce Jenkins Stone right there. He smells the end zone. 3rd touchdown of the game. And things are going from bad to worse right now for the Shamrocks from Detroit Catholic Central. And Cass Tech is living large.
A no-doubter. The clock stops with 10:18, even though it is a running clock. Because of the score, it is halted.
What a shocker this is.
Make it 49. They can do no wrong on this championship Saturday. Royce Jenkins Stone with his 3rd TD of the day. We will leave Ford Field without any question on who the best team on the championship weekend is. Cass Tech has put it all out there. They've possessed the ball 8 times. They've scored 6 times. They've punted once. They've had 1 turnover. But to counteract that, they did just intercept Kyle Cooper and return it for a touchdown. The running clock continues. This one stays in bounds, and Malone run over at the 18-yard line. Every facet of the game is in favor of green and white. They've been disciplined, they've been fast, they've been tough, and they've been really good.
Well, and this last point, I think the physical play. One of the keys coming, as we heard Daryl Goldsmith talking about, you either got to hit him in the face or you're going to get hit. I've really been impressed with the technicians, how physical they've been up in the trenches on both, during the course of the game on offense and defense, taking it to this Catholic Central team. And Tom Mack teams have a history of being very, very physical up front, but there was no backing down by this Cass Tech defense or offense today.
Well, this was a 4th down conversion, by the way, from being a shutout. That's how dominant Cass Tech has been. Darkangelo spinning his way to the 25-yard line. It's been a clean game played as well.
Yes. Usually physical games, Matt, if both teams are physical, it's not going to get chippy. Even though the score gets wide, there's 2 teams that are used to playing a physical type of break. They're used to getting hit in the face. It's not all of a sudden you get a team that's kind of a finesse team comes in, they feel they're being cheap shot. No, this is what they do. This is how they play. And the both of them are just standing up, trading punches. The difference is that Cass Tech delivering the bigger punches here this afternoon.
Cooper to throw. Nice pocket. Arm downfield, incomplete. Intended for David Racy. Down by 42. How bad is it for Catholic Central? That is the biggest differential since a 1974 mid-September game against Harperwood Notre Dame, in which they were shut out. There's a lot of guys looking at the big screen at Ford Field and finally putting that into perspective right now, saying, wow, I didn't know it was that bad. Cooper on a roll. Buying time, feeling his way through traffic. It'll be an interesting spot as he nudged his way past the 30.
There's one person holding their breath on that play. That's the basketball coach at Catholic Central. Riley Cooper rolling out. He's like, slide, slide. Don't take the shot. But there's no quitting that young man either, as he's trying to take it up the field and he's able to move the chains.
Rubes, that is the first down of the second half for Catholic Central.
Wow. Mike Brada right on top of things here.
Oh, yeah.
Once
we
again
got the best
afternoon.
in the business. Brada, Joe Abramson, Chuck Fair to our right. Mark Isofano in the truck. Thanks for everybody's help. Everyone's done a great job all weekend long. Pat Collar, our director. The camera guys are the same camera guys who are working Red Wings, Pistons, and Tiger games for you. That's what this tournament means to us. 1st and 10 for Catholic Central. Cooper to throw again outside the edge, throwing on the run, but it's incomplete. Doesn't matter. The clock will continue to run because in this second half, there is a 35-point difference or larger. We saw a running clock in the opening game as well.
We were talking about how this margin of victory really are lead right now unprecedented for this Catholic Central team. I mean, 06 they lost 24-0 to Birmingham Brother Rice, and then in 05 I believe it was 24-0 also to De La Salle out of the Catholic League. So, and those, you know, 24-0, that's not really that bad. Even that just shows you what type of program Catholic Central is, how tough they've been over the years. So as you said, Matt, everything has gone right today for Cass Tech. They came prepared. They've executed the game plan. I think it's the real physical part has been the difference.
Cooper throws and it's caught. Nice throw, nice catch. D'Arcangelo up the sideline and inside the 35. Do like the way that Anthony D'Arcangelo plays. Just a junior, tough kid.
Well, he's going to be lined up in the slot. They clear with the outside route, run him on a deep out route. He's able to get up the field. But Lewis Jordan, we've seen him do it on the offensive side of the football, catching the ball. Also on defense, he's able to save a touchdown. Really one of the first positive plays that Catholic Central's had in this entire second half.
D'Arcangelo had that game-winning touchdown reception in overtime against Rockford last weekend. Rockford Rams, another one of those programs that we've talked about and seen quite a bit.
Ralph Munger, he's had him here many times.
1st and 10 for the Shamrocks. Pressure comes to the backside. Cooper goes down. Cooper gets up a little gingerly. Now we talked about Cass Tech's defense. Look at what they've done all season long. They showcase just about every facet of the game, don't they?
They do, and you know, we put this little montage together from the course of the season. I think once you could break this game down itself, you could put another one together just from this championship game. They've been all over the field, and you can't appreciate it unless you hear how physical this team is. They really bring it, as you can see once again.
Yeah, they're quick, they're mobile. They rushed Cooper on that throw right there. 7 points or less in 8 games this year. It'd be 9 in this one.
You really wonder what Thomas Wilcher did after that really tough loss early. I mean, got slapped around a little bit by Harrison in that first game of the year. John Harrington brought his kids in ready, and obviously Thomas Wilcher's kids weren't as far along in the process as he would like. But since that time, they've really regrouped, moved along, had a couple of tough losses, close losses to Crockett during the season. Besides that, they've really rolled up some impressive numbers. I think this offense, playing inside this time of year with the speed and quickness they have, it's even highlighted more with the fast track.
And there's no shame in losing to Harrison opening week. Harrison ranked in the top 20 in the nation going into the season. They hit the playoffs and they had some injuries. Otherwise, they would have been another force. They won a record state championships with 13. Cooper across the middle, and it's caught at the 20-yard line. Hauled in there by number 22, John Malone.
Nice throw in the deep crossing route. Malone's going to push the route up the field, a little bit coming from the slot, and it comes across. Let it go. Nice little play action fake. I'm not sure who you're fooling too much at this time of the game, but see how he came flat underneath the safety. And that's what you want as a quarterback. Don't drift up the field, because it's going to allow the defensive back to undercut the route.
Here's what a lot of Shamrock fans are saying. Where has this been in the second half?
But you know what, I'm going to tell you, Matt,
right?
your team made up nicely, but this is a defense that's playing back a little bit soft now, keeping everything in front of them. They're going to give up some yards just for the clock keeps going.
Cooper on a quick drop and a nice fingernail catch made by D'Arcangelo, who's kind of showcased all his skills on this Saturday because he never sits out. Good tackler, good runner, good blocker, and he can catch the football out of the backfield.
Well, Cooper getting a little bit comfortable in the pocket, delivers the ball. D'Arcangelo, as you said, Matt, he's really been the, I think, the highlight of this offense this afternoon for Catholic Central. I know Coach Mack would like to have a few more highlights from this group, but he really has. And I don't know if it's as much of a knock on CC that their offense hasn't been productive. There's a lot of credit should be given, and we see a lot of twos in right now also for Cass Tech.
D'Arcangelo close to the goal line. Give him 10 more.
First down, Catholic Central.
Just a little lead to the right side. Obviously, nice call once again by the officials, but on top of the. And once, you know, Matt, I always talk about how you know they're good officials when you don't even know they're here. And once again, another well officiated game. Right on cue, they blow the whistle and throw the flag.
Well, 82 and blue is into the ball game, and it's an interesting story about Robert Alt. Shannon Hogan has more on that. Shannon?
That's right. Robert Alt had a horrible break in his leg that happened at homecoming. That was about 7 weeks ago, and I just talked to the physician with CC. He said when he broke his leg, he absolutely thought there was no way he would ever be able to play again this season. But Robert thought otherwise. He said when he broke his game at the end of that day, I will be back, I will be suited up, and I will see you at the state championship game. He's just coming out of the game right now, had a few plays today, and it's a good story for CC. You know, this is more than winning or losing for this team. It's about being a part of history, being a part of the tradition, and good for Robert Alt for being able to be a part of today with his team.
Yeah, Robert Alt is the only CC hockey player on this football team. He actually had a metal rod in the leg and is now back in. Now he's limping a little bit, but he told everybody, doctors included, who said, you will not play the rest of this season. The damage has been done too much when they played UAD, and he said, he looked him right in the eye and said, yes, I will. And he expedited the process to return, and now is anchoring the right side of the offensive line. They run the other way for 6. On the 11th play, they score their second touchdown. David Houle carries into the end zone.
Well, these are the plays that were working a little bit early on in the game just to lead. But as I pointed out, right now you see a lot of new numbers in for the Cass Tech technicians on the defensive side of the football. Coach Wilcher giving his team a lot of opportunity to get into the game. You see Kendall English, the free safety, number 27, was the nearest one to making a tackle there. So we're going to start calling out some new names.
Alex Kozlowski hits the left upright, no good. So a 36-point lead now for Cass Tech. Shamrocks get their second touchdown, but the 49 points allowed the most since Redford St. Mary's boasted 40 on them in 1971.
A lot of history being made for this Catholic Central team. Not the type of history that man right there would like to see, or his team.
Well, that's when they were still in Detroit. Now they're in Novi. And very plush surroundings, but just because the plush surroundings have taken over from the more
sterile
surroundings doesn't mean that the hunger is not still there in all the sports. A couple years ago, played for a state championship in lacrosse. Year in and year out, they're competing for hockey state titles. And this year, even though their slogan was finish, they were hoping that they would not be denied. They will be denied. Cass Tech is the team of the day. Onside kick easily fielded and returned by the technicians. How about this effort to get inside the 35?
88 on the kickoff return.
Well, it's been all Cass Techs. You'd expect our Spartan Yes Rewards play of the game to come from the technicians.
Yeah, it was off. They faked the slip screen coming back, ran the wheel down the sidelines, able to get Terry Richardson from J. Root Campbell. Huge play. What a many big plays technicians were able to put together in the second half.
Campbell remains in the ball game with a running clock now reaching $1.50. Can't say enough about the poise of the freshman and how steady he's been, how impressive he's handled the pressure. Lets the snap clock wind down. They will stay inbounds as Lawrence Phelps takes a big hit.
Lawrence Phelps is the ball carrier. David Racing.
Well, one play remaining, and Cass Tech is, I believe will this be the second championship in the history of the playoffs in Michigan that the PSL has garnered? I think King got one.
Detroit King got one. Remember Nick Smith, the outstanding linebacker. You and I called that game. Now plays for USC. Final play of the game. Yeah, King won it back in 2007, beating Midland. That was Division II. This is the first ever PSL champ in the Big Boy League. J. Root Campbell on a record-setting day. Who would have thought? A running clock and all. And the technicians, after Ryan Parker takes the ball inside, can celebrate. They have made history in Detroit. The technicians are the best in Division I.
Final score. Technicians, Detroit Cass Tech 49. Shamrocks, Detroit Catholic Central 13.
I got 3 more rings in me.
J. Root Campbell did exactly what he expected.
I think he said, I want 3 more rings.
He says, I got 3 more rings in me, is what he said.
I wouldn't doubt it when that young man played today.
Oh,
they will be a force to be reckoned with, and nothing builds a program like making a run in the playoffs, because you get so many more extra practice days as well as confidence, and you get used to the big light of the big game.
And a good embrace between Tom Mack and Thomas Wilcher. Shannon Hogan is with the star of the afternoon.
I don't know where our camera is, though, you guys.
Go ahead, Shannon.
What a feeling is this? Your first state championship in the history of this school. You're only a freshman, so you've got 3 more years of this. How does it feel right now? You guys are just so excited.
It feels so good, so good. I got the best line in the state, best receivers in the state, man. I'm just thankful to be in this position right now.
Talk a little bit about everything building up to this, the walk here. You're so excited to have it finally be done in such a wonderful fashion. What is that like?
Well, I mean, our team, we all a family. We all brothers. And when we was walking, everybody was serious. No plan was going on. And we just knew, you know, we was about to get a W.
For a freshman to have the poise that you had today, it's just really remarkable. People around the state are wondering that. Where did you learn that, and how have you been able to develop as a quarterback as the season's gone on?
Well, my dad played basketball. You know, he always teach me to calm down, stuff like that. And I mean, my teammates, they carry me on. When we down, they tell me we're gonna win. We're gonna win. I come out, do my job, and we be successful.
All right, enjoy this moment, and congratulations on your state championship. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Shannon. You wonder when you watch Cass Tech, how in the world did they lose this year?
Oh, especially after what this young man accomplished here today. And he used all his weapons. You made the point early in the game that he's not selfish with the ball. Lewis Jordan got one early. He gets another one here going over the top of Schultz. Looked like a sure interception. Ends up being a big 4th down completion. And then he goes up top once again. He finds Ruben Lyle, and then going down the sidelines, I think that's going to be Terry Richardson. So he's really mixed it up, and all the weapons he has Once again, he spreads the ball out, finds Jackson Sharon, and then on the wheel route down the sideline. Once again, Lewis Jordan makes a big catch. And we get an opportunity now. We're going to send it down to Shannon on the sidelines.
Lots of hugs all around. A really emotional day. How does it feel? The first state championship win for Cass Tech.
Hey, the first Division I title for Detroit Public School. I think it's a great job because I think we worked hard for it. I knew we had a great team. We just had to all focus and we just had to all believe. And I think the great support we get back at the school, the administration, the great support we got with the school, with the teachers and everything. I think the kids just pushing themselves and me pushing behind them and all the coaches working together, the great defense, the great job Coach Crowell did all year long, sticking with it, sticking to the game plan. We're always working hard. I think that's the most important thing. And the offensive line coming together, the offense coming together, because a lot of people thought we wasn't going to put it together, but we did.
Well, it was a great game, Coach, and a wonderful win. Congratulations, and enjoy this moment with your team.
Yeah, I'll be here every day. I'm glad. Okay.
Back to you guys.
Very impressive win and very impressive club, the way Thomas Wiltsh's team handled the big lights today.
They came out in all aspects of the game once again, performed, stepped up. Talking to Coach Wilcher during the week, he said the guy to watch is his quarterback. I said, he's a freshman. He says he doesn't play like one.
Well, that was blatantly obvious today. That might be the understatement of the entire weekend. J. Rue Campbell, 5 touchdowns on the day. It ties a state finals record. The leap into the stands, well, he was a little short, but that's the only thing that he couldn't do today, that's for sure. I don't know if we've seen a happier bunch of football players than Cass Tech winning the first ever Division I state championship for any team in the PSL. Rob Rubik, we saw 2 record-setting performances today. Bennett Lewis this morning in Division 7 for Saginaw Novell, and now this one here today by the quarterback J. Rue Campbell.
And it's amazing all the great individual athletes we've seen come out of the PSL over the years. The first Division I champion they've ever produced. It shows you that team is what it's all about.
That's a good-looking picture, isn't it? And a really good-looking football team for Detroit Cass Tech. For our entire crew, my partner Rob Rubik, Shannon Hogan, my name is Matt Shepard. Our final score of the Division I title game, Detroit Cass Tech 49, Catholic Central 13. The first ever state championships for the Technicians right here at Ford Field. You've been watching the MHSAA football finals. So long from downtown Detroit, and enjoy the rest of the day.